But this is actually the truth.
That's it.
It's the source of truth.
Yep. This is end of nepotism, right?
End of nepotism.
Today we're about to go out and test our new concept for 2019. We're now moving into tracking the player. Pretty crazy we can do all this through a mobile device. And as we'll show you today, the real value of this is we can now benchmark all the players in a team by measuring certain specific skills. So for the average kid to be able to do this from a mobile phone is quite extraordinary. So the mission of the player card is effectively that no player gets left behind. If we can measure a player's sub-skills and enable them to benchmark against others and identify where their strengths and the weaknesses are, we can improve the rate of learning, and it's also got profound implications for talent identification. We'll be able to track players by age, by month, and show their rate of improvement and identify great talent early on.
So it's interesting, you know, when you kind of go, what's the biggest predictor from the German studies, it seems to be the high-speed dribbling.
Yeah.
And, you know, K, 10.19, that's kind of competitive with the under 18s, right?
The first round of data is in and it's just really fascinating. As you remember, we basically measured every player's score and gave them an overall score. We then asked the coaches to rate the players from A, B, C or D, A being top player expected to have man of the match performances several times per season, a B only once or twice a season, and C's and D's no man of the match performances. And what we're seeing is some of the B rated players are actually the top players in the team from what we can see from the tests, and we now understand why. So what we did was do a bit of further investigation, because the two players that we saw rated B, both in under 14s and under 18, who clearly had the best test score results, we were really worried that the test wasn't working, but then when we did more inquiry, we really started to understand what the issue here is. What we found is these are new players to the team. It's actually their first season with the teams, but something certainly caught the eye of the coach to still give them a B. But what we're sort of seeing is, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if these players have a rapid ascension through their own team over the next couple of months and end up as the best players. But it's fascinating, and, you know, we think this is a wider problem going on in every team, where the reality is, unless you have this objective testing, it's very, very hard to understand how best to place the players on your team and in the right positions. But, you know, we think it's going to be profound going forward about how these tests can give coaches more information about how to better construct their teams. Really, really interesting stuff.